Hi, everybody in the Now group, and here we are again for another It's All About You Facebook Live broadcast, which is exactly that, about you, the members of Now. A fabulous way to sit here with me on a Facebook Live, which means that you're not actually having to sit there on your own and think of things to say, but you're here with me and you're able to broadcast yourself and your business. And it's not for very long, so which is quite good as well because it helps you to hone in on that really important bit that we want to be able to get over to our prospective clients. As simple as that. So today we have Bodil. Have I pronounced that correct?
You certainly have, Lindsay, yes.
Cool. And Bodil is going to tell us about something really exciting, which I think will benefit every single one of us. So we're going to go straight over, and I'm going to say, Bodil, who are you and what do you do?
Okay, thank you very much for having me on, Lindsay. I'm Bodil McCaskill, and I am Diginet UK. So essentially, I'm a builder. I don't wear a yellow hard hat. I don't have painted nails either, but yes, I build digital business cards. So what is a digital business card? It's a marketing tool, essentially. So instead of handing out paper business cards or flyers, etc., or hope that the algorithms on Facebook is getting you noticed, or LinkedIn for that matter, what you're doing is you're sending out your business card by text message, email, WhatsApp, Messenger. If you were close enough to someone, then you could show them a QR code on your phone, which they would then scan, and it immediately picks up the card onto the phone, which is then press of a button and it's saved to your contacts and your home screen if you wish as well. It's a brilliant little tool because, let's face it, we quite often forget our paper business cards when we go and meet with people, networking, etc. Do we ever forget our phone? No. Everybody's always got their phone with them all the time. So it's actually a really great time to have a digital business card because you can ping that around to all your friends, colleagues, associates, and make sure that they save that to their contact, and perhaps even send your card out to their friends. So what you're actually doing there, you're extending your reach way beyond your normal networking reach. So yes, it's a really great little tool, which also gives you analytics of when the card's opened, what buttons on each of your cards is pressed. So for instance, you may have a special promotion on and you're really wanting to drive the traffic there. You'll actually be able to see from your analytical report how many people have actually gone in to that particular button. So you can get a bit of market research done that way. And also you can see how many people have saved the card to contact. If you look at the statistics around paper cards, what you'll find is that only 1% are ever saved on somebody's phone contact list. With our analytics, we can show that when used correctly, you're usually getting about 14-15% saved to contact, which is an awful lot more than 1%.
Absolutely.
So, very handy little tool. And as I say, more so in this day and age where we're all in lockdown and we can't meet face to face, etc.
So when you say buttons, you know, because I've experienced your business card, the digital business card, and it's just absolutely wonderful. When you say buttons, you mean all the different ways that people can reach us, don't you?
Not just that, no. Lindsay, what it is, you will have all your social media buttons on there that take you directly into that person's social media. But it's also got an interactive email me, call me.
Wow.
And the way that there are other buttons there as well. So for instance, and I don't know how well that can be seen, but there's 4 buttons on my card and that will take you to different places I'm trying to drive traffic to. For instance, I've got a single card, and then the other button will show you a group card, because it's actually a great tool for groups. So you could have the Now network, and if everybody's got a digital card, we put them all onto the Now network card, so that we can share everybody's detail at the one time. So it's really good for groups.
Wow, that's so futuristic.
It is a wee bit, and I have been in business for about 3 years now, so it has taken a while for people to get used to the idea that there is another way of doing business other than Facebook, LinkedIn, and handing out flyers, etc. And it is very, very effective. It's a really effective and cost-effective tool as well.
Well, yes, go for it.
Yeah, all the paper that's being used, and let's save some rainforests, one tree at a time.
Yeah, what I love about it as well is that if you're at an event, now we all know that if you switch on your LinkedIn Who's About or whatever it is, you switch that on, then you can reach anybody else who's got it switched on as well. But with your business card, that could be kind of the same idea as well, couldn't it?
It could very well do, yeah. Now, it doesn't have push notifications or anything like that on it. It's not that kind of level. And there's a lot of people that don't like proximity marketing and push notifications anyway. They can be quite intrusive. But what you can do is, let's say, for instance, you are having a seminar or a conference and you've got your banner. You can see I've got a banner up behind me, and near the bottom of it is the QR code for my card. Now, if you've got that up on a big screen or a banner within the room, you might have 200 people in your audience. But rather than putting your business card or a flyer on each chair all the way around, ask everybody to hold up their phone and scan the QR code that's on the screen behind you, and they then have your card.
Even just for the sheer fun of it, people would do it.
Yes. Don't you hate going into an auditorium, though, where there's all this stuff sitting on the chair, and you've got to lift it up and put it in your handbag before you can even sit down and enjoy the seminar. So that lets everybody get away from that. Now you can also have things like PDFs, you can have videos, etc., all on the digital card.
My goodness me. Wow.
Loads of information. You can have brochures on there as well. I have a client who their business is office supplies, and they've got a full-blown brochure, e-brochure, on under one of the buttons on their card.
It just goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
You can have. I love that. And you're so right about business cards, because that's one of the things we're told about networking. Don't forget to get other people's contacts. Don't forget to give people your contacts. But yeah, I mean, we move to the next person. We forget. Put it in our bag, stuff it down our bra, and it's gone. Because that's the type of thing that I'm sure we've all done it. And sort of step into the shower. You're taking your clothes off in the bathroom, and it's all just dropped on the floor.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's gone. And that's real life. So we are definitely all moving online. We're all moving using the digital facilities, and it will come to a point where there will be no such thing as paper.
There may be one day that yes. I know that there are some countries out there, Japan being one of them, where there's almost a ritual with handing over a paper card, and it's handed over with two hands.
Oh, wow.
So that's not going to die too readily. And you've also got, networking. There's a particular networking group where a box of members' cards are handed around the room.
Yes.
And that's also a bit of a ritual there as well. But how much easier would it be to just have a digital card on somebody's phone, and nobody needs to put cards in pockets or anything. All they have to do is to go into the one place on their phone and ping on the details, touch of a button, to whoever they need to share the contact detail with.
Absolutely. And I think as well, when you said that about the ritual, and you're so right, yes, and there are lots of people out there that don't want to change. So to have both, to be honest, would be a double whammy for the moment.
Absolutely, yes. you do find that some people prefer to deal with paper business cards. They've been used to doing business that way, so they don't always get their head around the digital side of things. And it's, you know, the feel of paper business cards as well. There's something nice about them. But this is a much easier way to do things.
Absolutely. When I had my therapy business and I was dealing with aromatherapy oils and essential oils and such like, and I got designed a card that I could put in a couple of drops of aromatherapy for my clients and take away with them. And obviously you can't do that with digital yet.
No.
Yet. I'm sure there'll be something where you can just do this and there'll be a whiff of
scratch and sniff.
Yeah, scratch and sniff. But you know, if I was doing that again, I'm sure there'd be ways I could have got around that in any case. But I'm all for this digital business card, and I've seen what's on it, and it's fabulous because you literally can put all and everything that you do on it.
Yes.
And we want to get out there. We want people to know our business. So for me, that's the way forward. So thank you, Bodil, for such absolutely interesting and fascinating subject. I'm sure you'll get lots of inquiries on that. So I ask a question to everyone at the end. It's always a different question. So the question for yourself today is, where is the most relaxing place you've ever been?
Oh, now I've been lots of places. I would say probably the Bay of Islands in New Zealand, which is about halfway up the North Island. Absolutely stunning. Just so relaxing. And although I've got to kind of weigh things up because that was right at the beach. And then if I look at Franschhoek, which is in the Cape in South Africa, stunning, but it's mountainous, and the food, the wine, it's beyond good. It's fantastic. So I find that very relaxing as well.
How wonderful. Yes, you've already got us all there, which is just lovely because I can see the mountains and I can see the beach and just the sheer escapism of it all.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple of minutes left here, and I again am fascinated about this this card. How did it come about? You know, it's not something that you lie in bed and say, "Oh, I like that idea."
No, it's unfortunately not my IP. I didn't come up with the original idea. It's actually a chap in South Africa. And what drew me to it was the fact that their head office in Johannesburg is the same office park as I used to work when I lived in Joburg. So it was like, oh, it's a sign. So yeah, I just I had a look at it. I loved the concept. I actually joined one of his teams in Dublin and then decided, no, that this is not for me. Let me go and visit the man who came up with this whole idea, because nobody was using paper anymore. We don't even use paper money. We pay by card or by phone all the time now. So I went over to Sydney because he's moved to Sydney, and I thought, well, I'm going to Sydney anyway. I didn't make a special trip to see him. I just popped over and gave him a call, and we met up at Bondi, and I came back and put things together here in the UK.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, fabulous. And you sound like as well that you've had a wonderful life getting there and traveling and such like.
Yeah, I love traveling, and I lived in South Africa for 16 years. I've actually been back in the UK now 22 years, which seems like a lifetime. But yes, I do love traveling, and my family are actually all over the place as well. Australia, Thailand. My brother's only recently moved out of Shetland. My mum's Danish, so we've got family over there as well.
Right. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Thank you so much. Fascinating. And
Thank you, Lindsay.
I also want to thank you as well for popping on board here at the last minute, because I actually didn't think, Bodil and I were on a test run of Remo this morning, which is going to be in the group all next week. And I just mentioned to everybody, I'm going to be sitting home alone today. I've got nobody to go on with my Facebook Live. And so I said, Bodil, you don't happen to be doing anything today, are you?
We just slotted it in.
Yeah, it would have been hard for you to say no, but I'm sure you would have if you didn't want to.
Absolutely. No, I'm very happy to be on here and help.
Fabulous. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody in the Now group. I will be here tomorrow with someone again, one Now member. But for now, I'm saying goodbye to everyone in Now, and there is
Bye.
Bye too. All right. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.